Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of NeoEnglish, the podcast where you learn practical English through real-world news stories.
That's right. And today, we're talking about a very serious and important topic, a virus called Mpox and how it's changing. But don't worry, we'll explain it simply and clearly.
Pox. You might not have heard about it before, but scientists are now saying it could become a global health threat. That means it could be dangerous to people around the world, not just in one area.
The scary part is that Mpox used to be a virus that mostly spread from animals to humans, but now it's changing. It's starting to spread from person to person more easily.
That change is what scientists call a mutation. A mutation is when the virus changes its form. Sometimes these changes make the virus stronger or harder to stop.
For example, like how people can change their habits. Let's say someone eats healthier or exercises more. Viruses can also change. Another example, imagine a robot that gets smarter and learns how to open doors. That's similar to a virus learning how to spread better.
What's concerning is that these mutations might be helping the Mpox virus survive longer and travel farther, which is why doctors and scientists are getting worried.
But while this sounds scary, knowing more about the virus helps us protect ourselves and the people around us. And now, we'll help you understand the key words and phrases in this story.
First up, mutation. As we said before, a mutation is a kind of change. In biology, it means the virus has changed its structure or how it behaves. You can use the word like this: the virus had a dangerous mutation. Or, this plant's color is different because of a mutation.
Next, we have animal-borne virus. This just means the virus originally came from animals. Borne means carried by. So, for example, rabies is an animal-borne virus. Or, bats can carry animal-borne diseases.
Then we heard the phrase, spreads from person to person. That one is easier. It means the virus can pass from one human to another, like with coughing or touching. You might say, this cold spreads from person to person. Or, washing hands can stop germs that spread from person to person.
The article also uses global health threat. That's a big phrase, but it simply means a danger to human health around the world. Like a wildfire is a threat to forests, a virus can be a global health threat. For example, COVID-19 became a global health threat. Or, doctors watch for signs of a new global health threat.
Let's also explain adapt. The virus is adapting. To adapt means to change in order to survive better. Just like we wear winter clothes to adapt to the cold, a virus adapts to fight against medicines or spread faster. You can say, people can adapt to a new job. Or, animals adapt to new environments.
So, back to the story. Scientists are saying that Mpox is changing, mutating, and it might become easier to spread. That means it can move quickly from person to person, not just from animals like before.
It used to be that Mpox was found mostly in Central Africa. But now, cases are showing up in many countries. More people are getting sick, and doctors are scared the situation could get worse. Maybe even like another pandemic.
Pandemic means a disease that spreads all over the world and affects lots of people, like COVID-19. They're worried because if Mpox keeps adapting and spreading, it could be harder to stop.
The good news is that by watching and studying the virus now, scientists might be able to stop it before it becomes too big, just like putting out a small fire before it burns down the forest.
Let's do a quick recap of the vocabulary and phrases we learned today.
Sure. First was mutation, a change in the virus.
Then animal-borne virus, something that comes from animals.
Spreads from person to person. That means it moves between people.
Also, global health threat, a danger to health around the world.
And finally, adapt, to change in order to survive better.
Let's retell the story using those words so you can hear them in action again.
Mpox started as an animal-borne virus in Central Africa. That means it spread from animals to people.
But now, mutations are helping it adapt, and it spreads from person to person more easily.
This makes scientists worried that it could become a global health threat, maybe even the next pandemic.
But by studying it now and learning how it adapts, we can prepare. It's important to understand how viruses change so we can protect everyone.
If you found today's episode useful, feel free to share it with your friends. It's a great way to learn English and stay informed.
Thanks for listening to Neo English. And remember, your English gets better with every real story you hear.
See you next time.
Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep learning.